Hello everyone and welcome back. Alright, dope heads. Today we're lighting up a game that sounds more like it's contraband on a DEA watch list than a video game. Schedule 1. Or is it Schedule I? Schedule Juan. Oh, it's one of those Roman letter numbers. It's definitely Schedule 1. But what I do know for sure, it's weird, it's wild, and I may or may not have questioned my mental state partway through. And spoiler alert, also, I may have gotten a contact high from this game. Spoiler alert to the spoiler alert, I did that all on my own. So is Schedule 1 a masterpiece or just a fever dream someone turned into a game at 3 a.m. on the tail end of a 5-day long drug binge? Sit back and let's take a look, shall we? In this video, I'll cover Schedule 1 gameplay, story, bugs, and whether or not this game is worth your time on the Steam Deck in 2025. Imagine the Drug Wars DOS game from the 90s with a game engine and an unhealthy interest in illegal narcotics. So if you're looking for a Schedule 1 Steam Deck gameplay review or wondering whether Schedule 1 is worth playing in 2025, let's bust it up. Schedule 1 is a crime simulation game released on March 24th, 2025 and developed by TVGS. It surged its way onto PC via Steam like a really intense molly high. It promises a life from small-time drug pusher to Scarface levels of fame, all without the real-life dangers of drug-related crime. Basically, imagine Grand Theft Auto met Roblox, and then they had a baby. This would be that baby, but Roblox spent the pregnancy huffing paint thinner before giving birth. If you're searching for what is Schedule 1 or looking for an honest review of Schedule 1 on the Steam Deck, we'll get you letters because I'm rolling one up. Gameplay includes talking to customers, a lack of PPE, and occasionally being paranoid of your own shadow. If you're looking for a Schedule 1 gameplay review, let me tell you now, since the game is in early access, and I'm imagining that there are some elements to the game that are not present or known, so I can only comment on how the game sits right now. But we'll cover what we do have, gameplay, story, mechanics, sound, all of that stuff. So what's the core gameplay loop? Make drugs. Sell drugs, get money. Why do the NPCs have light beams shooting from their eyes? Profit. You start as a small town hoodlum in the big city because your uncle wasn't careful and the cops busted him back in your hillbilly town while you fled in the Winnebago. So now you have to climb the ladder and hope you don't get arrested or blow yourself up. I have just over 25 and a half hours in this game so far, and I have yet to have any rival gangs attack me. And I avoid the police as much as I can in this city that is under martial law. They have a curfew. No curfew is going to contain me. Steam Deck controls are pretty good. The store lists Steam Deck compatibility as unknown, so while I was filming footage and taking notes, I was using a keyboard and mouse. That is until I found that the deck controls are actually pretty smooth. Honestly, I prefer them to using a keyboard and a mouse. I feel gameplay isn't overly complex. It's not trying to be something more than it needs to be. Everything feels decently balanced so far. And for now, there are only 3 types of drugs to produce. But what I like is there is an ingredient system that allows you to make designer drugs for your clientele. And the names, oh my god, these some of these randomly generated names for these drugs are... Controls are tight. I found the control scheme that the Steam Deck defaulted to could use some changes, but overall they were nice and easy to use straight out of the box with no tweaking. The sound design is either brilliant or high. Still deciding. Graphically, Schedule 1 is something. It's like something you'd see late night on Adult Swim. Like, you don't get it, but it makes you feel things. The character models? Somewhere between next-gen PS1 realism and PS2 era fever dream, and I'm here for it. And the audio? Well, as far as the soundtrack goes, it's not half bad. It's simple tunes and it works for the game. And the deck brings those bumpin' tunes to your ear holes in a crystal clear quality as usual. The overall sound design slaps. Like, the ambient sounds are well done. There is no voice acting because all the people in the game are hopped up on illicit substances. Coherent language is not needed in this town. Story-wise, your uncle sends you out on an errand, and when you get back from your shopping trip, You do some gardening in your RV, only to later see the cops bust your disabled uncle. So just like Smokey and the Bandit, you peel out of there because Unc is up to some serious shit in that shack of his, and you leave him to be slapped by the long arm of the law. The story is, well, I've pretty much said that already. After his assumed release from prison, your uncle guides you through setting yourself up as the town's new drug kingpin. While making a new name for yourself, the local welcoming committee blows up your RV. So now what? Well, you go and stay at the local flea-bitten, cockroach-infested motel, obviously. From there you learn the ins and outs of the city so you can begin providing your community with an escape from their reality. Okay, I have to say this. For me, the intro cinematic goes real fucking hard. Like, no word of a lie, it was not something I was expecting to see, let alone be as good as it was. It's like GTA level of good, but it's Schedule 1. At this point, I don't know how far I am in the story, and I don't remember what to do because my quest journal thing, it's empty. So I'm just kind of doing my own thing, making my story in Highland Point. The city is called Highland Point, by the way. If you're wondering how Schedule 1 performs on the Steam Deck, here's the deal. It's mostly stable, but there are some jitters and bugs. Schedule 1 ran okay on my Steam Deck, playing it via my capture device. I could only use the Steam Deck resolution while recording footage with my capture device. Playing it on the monitor made the text look odd. Gameplay was smooth for the most part. Frame rate bounced around, usually between 30 to 60 FPS. I did notice some jittering while driving vehicles, otherwise the deck had no problem running this. I did notice also while playing in handheld mode, I was trying to buy some packaging from my products, and you can type in the quantity into this little box. Well, clicking on this box to type in the amount would just make it disappear. Once going over to handheld mode, graphics wise, it was fine. The picture was sharp and clear, but of course text was small, as is tradition. Another bug I noticed was pouring the final mixture to be cooked. The beaker would get stuck in my hand, and I would have to either back out of the lab table and go back in, or sometimes I'd even have to reload the game. Speaking of performance, look at this Olympic athlete. He was trying to randomly search me. Well, I wasn't paying attention, and random searches are an invasion of my privacy, so I just kept going, wondering how far he would follow me. Go home! So is Schedule 1 worth it? Oh yeah, it's a great value at $25.99 Canadian. Even in its early access state, this game has a lot of value and charm. Is it worth it on the Steam Deck? Well, again, yes, absolutely. I don't know what the developers have in store, but I really feel like this game has a bright future. Schedule 1 is weird, it's wild, and it's illegally fun. Well, that's it. As always, thanks for watching. If you've made it this far, you're a champ, and I love you very much. I hope to see you back for the next one. So until then, enjoy the high life on the deck, and take it easy, eh? Subscribe for more reviews of Steam Deck games that are probably mostly accurate. I had a great time making this Schedule 1 Steam Deck review. It's definitely got my nomination for Best Indie Game of 2025. Want more reviews of awesome indie games on the Steam Deck? I've got you covered. Check out my other videos for more greatness.